Hi, I'm Derek Chollet, head of the JP Morgan Chase Center for Geopolitics. And this is part of a new series called If You Could Only Choose One, where I will be sitting down with business leaders, political leaders, and thought leaders to talk about today's world, the challenges we face, and lessons for leadership. I hope you'll enjoy it. Mr. Prime Minister, Matteo, thanks for being here.
It's a pleasure.
What is the geopolitical issue that will define the next decade?
You can say artificial intelligence, you can say energy, you can say defense. I think the most important thing is education, because in the time of in this crazy time, I believe the most important thing in geopolitics will be education.
What is the moment in history that changed everything?
So my opinion is very simple. In every time of the history, great things changed everything. This is a time of change, as always.
You're still a young man, but you've lived a very long professional life. And what is a piece of advice that has stuck with you throughout your career?
I'm 50 now. I was the youngest prime minister in the Italian history. I was the youngest president of European Council. I was the youngest mayor of the most beautiful city in Florence. So I was a lot of things. But in my career, the most important experience now is to be wise, prudent. No, it's not that. My suggestion to the young people is a risk. Because a lot of people think, if you don't risk, maybe you continue to be now prime minister. Yes, maybe it's true. But if I don't risk in my life, I didn't risk, I cannot become prime minister, mayor, etc. So my suggestion is the most important thing, we have to decide when is the right time to risk. It's not easy, but it's great. And don't concern about the risks. Risk is a part of the life.
And what is the attribute of leadership that you think is the most important?
Today, I think the most important issues crucial for the leaders are three. The first is vision. Because without vision, you can have a lot of money, you can have everything, power, but without vision, you are not a leader. The second is time. Too much leaders, particularly in Europe, risk to lose the chair, the job, because they haven't the time to organize vision, time. And the third is the human intelligence. We have a lot of people think about artificial intelligence, and we discussed about artificial intelligence. But I think there is also a human intelligence, which is the opposite of natural stupidity. Populism is the natural stupidity. I think we have human intelligence as the key point for a leader.
And we live in a very complicated world with a lot of uncertainty. What gives you hope for the future?
I believe in the future. I think the future is the better place we have. If I look about the last 10 years, when I was prime minister, I came here in Paris twice for two terrible attacks of terrorists. Now the terrorism is not so worried as today, as the 10 years ago. I think artificial intelligence and innovation could help us to discover the possibility to fix a lot of things, particularly in healthcare, but also in bureaucracy, in productivity. So I believe the innovation is good and the future will be better. Of course, it's not easy, because a lot of politicians used to use the future as a threat. This is particularly true for populists. They think, dark times will wait for us. I don't think that. I think that is a good time, but we have to believe in ourselves. And that is also the message I want to leave, particularly to young leaders.
Mr. Prime Minister, Matteo, thanks for your time.
Thank you.